a little quick video on how to change out the vehicle speed sensor gear. This is a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So we have the vehicle speed sensor sending unit gear here. This goes with the worm gear in either the back of the transmission or the transfer case. And in my case, I have 31-inch tires on my Jeep, but I never upgraded this gear to make my speedometer report correctly, which has resulted in my odometer being totally off, but whatever. Today we're just going to show you really quick how to pull the vehicle speed sensor out and how to replace this gear. Alright, so here we are in the car, and we are on the rear tail piece of the transfer case, and you'll see there's a little yoke that goes around the speed sensor, and then up here is a 13mm or ½ inch bolt. You can see just the edge of the bolt there, and you can see the yoke that holds the speed sensor in place. So we are going to undo that bolt and then pull this entire unit out of the transfer case. If you have the two-wheel drive version of the Jeep, then it will just be on the tailpiece of your transmission. So let me just get my wrench. It's going to be a 13mm or a ½ inch wrench, depending on which one you feel like using. Use the open end of the wrench or stubby version of the wrench, depending. In fact, all this shit's getting in my way. I'm just gonna go get a smaller wrench. Okay, and here's coming at it from the other side. Let's see the bolt for the tailpiece. It's behind it. And I'm just gonna take this stubby 13mm wrench. I'll also be using a half. And we're going to remove this bolt and this yoke that hold our vehicle speed sensor sending unit in place. Probably going to get some fluid out of the transfer case when you do this, falling on you. So just look out. And I don't have the drive shaft out right now, so it's kind of in my way. Another thing we need to do is just disconnect this electrical connector. Okay, let's put that to one side. And this is the yoke. If I grab this entire thing and wiggle up and down on it, see it come out, the yoke comes with it. And there's my old gear. Let's go swap the gears. Okay, so this is the speed sending unit off of my transfer case. And this is my original gear, my OEM gear, which you can see is a 37 tooth. And then here is my replacement gear, which is a 33. Now, like I said, I have 31-inch tires, so that's going to go with the 33 gear. Whatever size tires you have, they're going to go with their specific gear. And this is just going to pop right off of here. A little bit of effort. Maybe I need to put the phone down. Okay, so you unplug it by pulling it out. Take the other one, plug it in. Only fits one way, so just look inside there, wiggle it around so you get it to seat. Okay, so there's the new gear on it, and we're gonna go reinstall it. Okay, so you can see these little notches in the speed sensor now that we've got it out from underneath the vehicle, and just realize that when you are installing it, two of these need to line up like that and hold it down. Keeps it from spinning. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so here we are back under the vehicle, and I've got my speed sensor. And one of the things is that as you put this in, you just need to wiggle it around a little bit and make sure that it's not going to bind. It's pretty easy for it to end up in the wrong position. And then we need to add our yoke back to it. And put the yoke right there. And then just spin it until the yoke is holding things down and lines up with the place for the bolt. So this, if it's cockeyed, can cause some binding, and you will not see a vehicle speed sensor if it's binding, or you will not see a vehicle speed signal. So once you've got it in the right spot, go ahead and put the bolt back in. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, the only thing that can go wrong is if it's not fully seated, it may not work. Shouldn't have quite as much issue as I will, because you don't have as much junk in the way. Hopefully. Now mind you, this is the transfer case location. I'm on the MP249 today. You may have a different tailpiece if you're using the 231 or the 242. And you may be on the tailpiece of the transmission itself if you're working on the two-wheel drive version. They should all be essentially the same. There's a worm gear that turns the gear on the speed sensor. The transfer case is aluminum, so don't go crazy when you tighten this. It just needs to be tight enough to stop the speed sensor from spinning, which is basically just turn it until it feels like it's stopping. Right, and there it is, reinstalled. Alright, so that was just a little quick video on how to change out the vehicle speed sensor gear. This is a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It should be just about the same process for any ZJ. Just where the speed sensor is might change depending on whether you have the four-wheel drive version or the two-wheel drive version. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel if you want to get some more information in the future about Mopars and Jeeps in general. And have a great day. Thanks.